Greetings everyone, and thank you for joining us on this week's edition of GTV. I'm Luke Wood and this is the news from Gyeonggi Province this week. A book of 37 unselfish public servants of Gyeonggi Province was recently published. They are some of the many heroes who have been dedicated to their work, as well as those who have perished in the line of unselfish duty. A public health centre physical therapist, Han Sang-dok, has devoted himself to care of seniors for the past 17 years. It was his idea that the centre open a healthcare program for senior citizens. He also visits disabled individuals every Saturday to provide personal voluntary service.
집에서 아무도 돌보지 않는 이런 환자들을 찾아가서 그 사람들이 굳은 걸 풀어주고 걷는 거라든가 일상생활 동작을 도와주는 거가 우리의 임무인 것 같다라고 생각이 들어서 토요일 날 시작을 하게 됐어요.
Titled Beauty of Duty and Passion, this book tells heartwarming stories of unsung heroes who, like Han, dedicated their lives to others. The heroes themselves and their families were invited to a book launch event held at the Gyeonggi Provincial Government Office.
범인 군인이나 이런 분들에게 귀감이 되고 또 이렇게 헛된 게 아니었구나 그걸 다시 한번 또 깨닫게 되면서 아빠의 이런 희생이 이렇게 아이들한테도 큰 자긍심을 줄 것 같고.
This book will also help the public reappreciate the services of public servants and see them with a different perspective.
전혀 알려지지 않았지만 훌륭한 일을 뒤에서 하시는 좋은 분들이 많이 계십니다. 그런 분들을 발굴하고 격려하고 더 많은 공직자들이 그분들의 길을 따르도록.
In addition to public servants, the passion for duty exhibited by 37 heroes will also be recognised by all the members of the public. The Gyeonggi Provincial Government and Korean World Vision jointly launched a fundraising campaign to help lunch-skipping children in the province as well as overseas. Korea was the first beneficiary country of World Vision, an international relief NGO established during the Korean War to help war orphans. There is a continuous flow of donors at the collection booths erected at the plaza. Coins are poured onto the table from bread-shaped money boxes. These money boxes have been distributed at schools and organisations in the province for the campaign. This campaign also features a sponsor program for continuous support for the children of Gyeonggi Province or in Africa.
어렵지만 희망을 갖고 그 나라에서 그 아이가 소금 같은 존재가 돼서 다른 사람에게도 좀 희망을 주고 또 좋은 일을 잘 할 수 있는 그런 아이가 됐으면 좋겠어요.
After 60 years since Korea received donations from World Vision, it has now become a donation country through the same organisation. The collected money will be spent on the provision of lunches as well as on the living costs of children in crisis.
오늘 매우 더운 날씨인데도 많은 도민들이 참석해 주셨습니다. 우리들의 작은 정성과 나눔이 앞으로 우리 미래를 짊어지고 갈 어린이들에게 꿈과 희망을 줄 수 있는 좋은 행사였다고 생각합니다.
There are a large number of children in the world who are in dire situation where they have to skip their meals. For these children, lunch might properly be their immediate hopes and dreams. The Gyeonggi Forest Environment Research Institute announced that it has developed a simple and effective remedy against oak wilt disease. Also called oak AIDS, this disease is prevalent predominantly in Gyeonggi Province. First identified in Songnam in 2004, it is spread by a species of bark beetles that carry the pathogen. The inflicted oak tree develops numerous holes made by the beetles in its bark, and eventually dies because water and nutrients can no longer be delivered above the bark section. It is estimated that a total of 330,000 oak trees in the nation have been inflicted with the disease so far, with 170,000 of them concentrated in Gyeonggi Province alone.
중부 지역의 피해가 특히 심한데요. 참나무 시들병이 발생이 되면요, 밑에서부터 수분이 올라가지 못하기 때문에 그 7, 8월경에 갑자기 나무가 갑자기 시들어버리는 증상이 나타나게 됩니다.
Sticky insect traps, which are a usual remedy for this type of tree disease, were found ineffective on the oak wilt disease. This new remedy is environmentally friendly because it uses pine resin as its base instead of chemicals.
개발된 약재는 이렇게 살아있는 상태의 나무에 직접 뿌리는 것만으로도 치료와 예방이 가능합니다.
This insecticide also uses natural substances to minimize damage to the environment.
소나무 송진에서 추출한 물질이기 때문에 아무래도 다른 약재보다는 저독성일 것 같고요. 비나 눈이 왔을 때 이렇게 확산되는 게 그 밀랍 성분으로 해서 건조가 되기 때문에 저지시켜줘서.
It is known to have a preventative effect of 90%. This new insecticide will be used nationwide from next year after its trial use this year. The Gyeonggi Special Judicial Police uncovered fake anti-impotence drugs sold under the guise of natural herbs. These fake herbal medications are in fact mixtures of a chemical drug and herbs.
여기 지금부터 저희가 압수수색을 할 건데요. 협조해 주시고요.
Policemen found bottles of unknown medicines in the drawers. These are illegal drugs that contain commercially available anti-impotence drugs mixed with herbs. The operator of this illegal business sold 704 million Korean won worth of these fake medicines over the past 3 years. Another individual in his 50s cheated seniors by selling silkworm tablets presenting it as a natural erection booster. Since these drugs contain chemical drugs, their users complained about various side effects. One must be suspicious of the legitimacy of natural drugs if they carry unexpectedly low prices.
단속을 피하기 위해서 사은품 형태로 은밀하게 거래된 게 새로운 수법이라고 볼 수 있습니다. 범죄 수법이 점점 진화되는 것 같습니다. 그래서 유관기관하고 합동으로 단속을 강화해 나갈 계획입니다.
The Gyeonggi Special Judicial Police confiscated the illegal drugs found and prosecuted the offenders. The Economic Cooperation Delegation of Gyeonggi Province, led by Governor Kim Moon-soo, returned from its tour of Europe after successfully securing a number of investments. The companies that will invest in Gyeonggi Province include 4 high-tech companies in Sweden, Denmark and Germany, as well as 2 automobile parts manufacturers, 1 IT products manufacturer and 1 research and development organisation. The total amount of investment is equivalent to $208 million. These investments are expected to have the effect of creating more than 300 new jobs.
Our investment can create new employment and activity economy in Gyeonggi Province conclusively.
The Swedish and German companies also pledged $20 million worth of investment each year.
경제가 매우 어렵고 특히 유럽 경제가 어려운 가운데서 이끌어낸 투자 유치는 상당히 값지게 생각하고 있습니다.
During the European tour, the delegation also viewed employment support systems and the advanced livestock product processing facilities for benchmarking. Gyeonggi Province Governor Kim Moon-soo recently invited the National Assembly member representatives of the province to a political meeting held by the National Assembly. It was the second of such meetings following the first that was held in February. The members of the meeting discussed issues in 9 categories, including the GTX, local tax laws and childcare.
국회 차원에서 단순히 보육 문제가 아니라 모든 재정 전반에 대해서 신속하고도 확실한 대책 마련을 위해서 여야 간에 초당적인 대책 마련이 있어야 된다고 봅니다.
The members also agreed on the necessity for bipartisan efforts from the uniform perspective of provincial interest.
당을 초월해서 이제부터는 경기도의 발전을 위해서 같이 머리를 맞대어 줬으면 하는 바람도 있고요.
잘한다 이런 건 함께 협력하는 거고 또 어려운 문제 같은 경우에는 또 함께 헤쳐가기 위해서.
Unlike previous meetings, Governor Kim visited the National Assembly's leader of the opposition before the meeting. During the meeting, the copies of last month's joint agreement between Gyeonggi Province, Seoul and Incheon were delivered to the Assembly members. It indicates that the Gyeonggi provincial government considered the local tax and education issues in this agreement, issues that should be reviewed from the national point of view.
중앙정부가 다 내놓고 그리고 모든 부담과 책임은 지방정부에 떠넘기는 이런 무책임한 행정은 더 이상 해서는 안 된다라는 점을 분명하게 말씀을 드립니다.
There are numerous challenging issues within Gyeonggi Province that need to be addressed. Let us hope that the meeting will help resolve these issues more efficiently. While there are an increasing number of cooperatives between smaller enterprises, the Gyeonggi Provincial Administration invited 6 universities to join efforts in helping these cooperatives realise their potential. 24 small companies in the furniture industry in Korea, such as this one, formed a kitchen furniture cooperative. It was the strategy they needed to adopt in order to survive the insurmountable competition from large enterprises. From this cooperative, they have developed a common brand.
전국을 24개 지구로 쪼개서 저희들이 통일된 제품을 만들고 통일된 제품으로 각 지역별로 조합원들이 고객들한테 제품을 제안하고 공급할 수 있도록.
Since the effectuation of the Basic Cooperative Law in December last year, the number of cooperatives increased to 161 in Gyeonggi Province, ranging from farmers to the disabled. However, many of these cooperatives, which are mainly afflicted by small enterprises, find it difficult to establish themselves as effective organisations. 6 universities agreed to join the Gyeonggi Provincial Administration in helping these cooperatives with support in their weak areas including marketing and design.
어려운 처지에 처한 많은 뜻있는 분들이 협동조합을 중심으로 민주적이고 서로 협동적인 방식으로 여러 가지 사업을 성공적으로 진행할 수 있도록.
Korean industries are characterised by the domination of large enterprises. These cooperatives may provide a breakthrough for smaller enterprises. Thank you for joining us on this week's edition of GTV. We look forward to seeing you next week.